Hello, everyone. This is the weekly review for Model United Nations for March 22nd to March 26th. At the beginning of the week, we introduced the Developed Decisions Level 2 formative. Students were asked to perform research on their specific country's background on the subject of torture, what their country's official position was on the subject, as well as the country's track record on the practice of torture. Students were provided links to their countries of choice to help begin the research process. We also, for those who had not finished the Developed Decisions Level 1 formative, that is still in Google Classroom. The assessment was a review of the unpacking of the standard. We basically defined the various terms, the nouns, and the verbs within the standard. In other words, what students were asked to do and what students were asked to know. Tuesday, Mr. Reddy was out. I asked students to work on the following: the Developed Decisions Level 2 formative, or to catch up on the level one formative and unit one work that they hadn't caught up on yet. We engaged in a writing prompt that broke down the steps and components of a good position paper. Students were asked to take the language of the major components and put them in their own words. We then reviewed the paraphrasing that students had done to begin drafting the steps for the summative assessment for Unit 2, which would be a position paper. The following day, we had another writing prompt that was basically feedback on the draft summative that I had created. Students were asked to ask any clarifying questions that they may have had about the summative. Questions included clarification on citations, what the length of the paper would be, and its due date. Our four-class focus switched to effective communication. That's the executive functioning skill we are currently working on. Opportunities were provided this week during the writing prompts where the position paper criteria were broken down, and when students were provided an opportunity to take ownership of their learning and provide feedback for the summative assessment. What's going to be happening next week? We will finish working on Unit 2, the UN's role in crisis response. The following week at the beginning is when the summative assessment will be due. We will continue working on the Level 2 and 3 formative assessment and the position paper for developing decisions, and begin work on Unit 3, which is titled Other Activities of the United Nations. That's it for now. Take care.